So there you have it, man. At the end of the day, what I feel like doing right this second is we may as well put a green screen up behind me. This should be the last match reaction I do for the whole season, and you just leave it on repeat. Because like I keep saying, we're going to see more games like this, like Wolves, like Palace, where we just don't dominate. We're just not good enough. We're just not good enough. I want to start on a little bit of a positive. Daniel James was fantastic today. Yes, there was a couple of little mistakes. He had a couple of wayward balls, but on the whole, what a great goal he scored. Look, it just reiterates what I've been feeling. People are asking for him to be an impact player. At the end of the day, mate, he's our most informed player right now, to be quite frank. He was a constant threat, especially in that first half, and he took his goal extremely well. And even in the second half, as the game wore on, the balls he was putting into the box was screaming out for a striker, because I didn't see a striker on the pitch today in Marcus Rashford. I'll get onto that shortly, to tap the ball in. And same from Wan-Bissaka's side, and we didn't see that. But onto our overall play, we didn't start too well, but James settled us down. He was a constant threat, and what a goal he scored. And then you're thinking, right, we know the common theme of this Manchester United side. We don't dominate games, and we need to score whilst we're on top. We need to be clinical, we need to be ruthless. And we didn't create from then. Yes, we were comfortable, but we didn't create. And towards the end of the second half, Andreas, he gave us absolutely nothing from the right-hand side. The player ratings haven't been done yet, but I'm sure he's going to get a 0. I'll see to that. Marcus Rashford, I thought was horrendous all game. He gets a 0 from me. It's like I'm doing my own little mini player ratings today. Paul Pogba, towards, especially in the first half, he was terrible. He could have got a 2/0, maybe even off of his first half performance. However, in the second half, which he does have the ability to go up the gears, he was a lot better in the second half and put Rashford through a couple of times, and Rashford couldn't really make the difference. And at the end of the day, it just epitomises what we are as a football team right now. You know, we've cleared out a lot of dead wood, we've cleared out a lot of players, and we're going in the right direction in that sense. But I understand that we're going to see more of that out of what we have, because we don't have the quality. We literally don't. We can't dominate teams. We can't put teams to bed. And we're going to see games like the Chelsea game where we're clinical, 3 chances, 4 chances, 4 goals. And we're going to see games like today where we just don't have it. And it wasn't until Southampton went to 10 men that we actually got a foothold of the game. Even their equaliser was coming. It's like these warning signs. And I want to say this as well. I want to talk about Ollie because Rand said it in his FanCam. You know, we're not going to get onto his back in terms of the lack of players and the lack of depth and stuff like that. I completely support him with that. But what we can talk about is match day selections, his reactions during games, in-game management. These substitutions, I don't understand what's going on with them. I thought how Marcus Rashford has lasted the whole 90 minutes, I don't know. He was having an absolute stinker. How Andreas has stayed on the pitch that long, I don't know. He was having a stinker as well. We got a lot of food for thought in terms of when Pogba went further forward into the 10 position. We saw what he could offer. So maybe that's something that we need to look at as well, because he was a lot better once Matic came on and then he went forward. Not that Matic was great, but he allowed Pogba to go forward. But Mason Greenwood. Now look, he's a 17-year-old kid, and you have to give him time, and you don't want to put pressure on him. But this situation is a little bit different, because for me, Ollie's already put the pressure on the kid. Ollie's already said that Lukaku left and another striker didn't come in because it's a pathway for Mason Greenwood. He's already said he's the best finisher at the club. He's already said he's going to score a lot of goals. So play him. As soon as he come on the pitch, straight away, cutting from the right-hand side, couple of step-overs, whipped it towards the top corner. Let the kid play, man. Start him. And look at how poor Rashford's been, not just today, not just last week against Crystal Palace, not just the week before against Wolves. Chelsea, he actually started the game really poorly, but then took his penalty. He hasn't been poor just for these 4 games this season. The guy's been poor since PSG. He has, and that's just me being real. Press the situation, he's done well with the penalty against PSG. I'm not knocking him. I want Rashford to do well. I think he's a good player. I think he's going to, he is going to get better as he gets older. I don't think he's going to hit the heights of scoring 20, 25 goals a season and be prolific. No, he's not. But take him out the firing line. But to be fair, I'm saying all this, it's because we're thin. And I don't want to go and say this is why you shouldn't have let Sanchez go, this is why you shouldn't let Lukaku go, because I was behind those guys leaving. They don't want to be here. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to shift them out and accept that we're going to see results like this. But at least with what we've got, for me, you've got to play. Greenwood, you've got to play him. I don't understand why he's not starting games. I don't buy this whole pressure thing and stuff. The pressure's already on the kid. Let him play. The pressure's on. Gomez, not even in the squad. He scored a fantastic goal last night in under-23s. He didn't get in the squad today. Lingard came on, was wasteful, got into great positions. There was a time he was on the counter-attack. I think it was Ashley Young did quite well, drove forward and then gave it to Lingard. He did well to hold off the Southampton midfielder, bounced him off, and then he's clean through, not clean through with a one-on-one, but he's got options to make. He's got options down the left, options down the right. Tries to go for glory from outside the box, and I think the shot was blocked, and a couple of shots off target from him. So not great from Lingard. He didn't cover himself in glory. Andreas doesn't work on the right-hand side. It doesn't work. Greenwood done more than he done in 70 minutes, 80 minutes, should I say, than Andreas done all game. You know, so that doesn't work for me. If Andreas plays, he's got to play centrally. Don't know why Ollie fancies him as this right winger. I don't see that in him at all. He offered us absolutely nothing. Rashford is a massive concern. At the back, look, Lindelof and Maguire, they're still building, but there are still frailties there. I'm not going to lie. The goal, we keep going to sleep and conceding easy goals, man. We keep conceding easy goals. Wan-Bissaka I thought was excellent. I thought he put in some very, very good balls today. Ashley Young didn't actually play that badly. A couple of wayward passes, but I don't think he was terrible. He was average. But for me, again, we just didn't impact the game. I thought Mata was okay, especially in the first half. He kept feeding James. And James was our main threat, man. So everyone's saying that James should be an impact player and this, that and the other. At the end of the day, the guy's played himself into form, and at the moment, he's our most informed player. What we do now know is that we need Martial back ASAP. Hopefully that was just a knock. He's going to get a couple of weeks off because it's international break. So hopefully he comes straight back into the 9 position. This was a big day for Rashford. This was a big day because with Martial out the team, can he stake a claim? Can he show that he can step up to be the 9? Nothing. His decision making was poor. His application of what he was trying to do was poor. He was poor on the ball. I thought he was poor off the ball. Yes, he had a couple of shots on target. One got blocked on his left foot. The other one, the keeper kind of saved with his foot. Could have been a little bit more clinical there. But just his all-round play today, I just thought he was dreadful, and it's not the first time we're saying it. So hopefully Marcus can. He'll probably. And the worst thing about Rashford is now he'll probably go for England, score a couple of goals, look like he's doing well, and all will be forgotten. But that's for England, man. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? So disappointed again. A draw that basically feels like a loss. Positive, Daniel James. The rest pretty much the same. And we'll see what happens after the international break. Peace. A big thank you to you guys for watching our latest video. If you want to check out more, make sure you do so right here. Keep checking us out, the biggest Manchester United fan channel in the world, over 500k subscribers deep. Make sure you're following us across all the socials, Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. All along here, you guys know what to do. And most importantly, make sure you're subscribed. Peace.